Well, the popular housing program has been put on pause. Section 8 is frozen in Miami-Dade because it just doesn't have enough money right now. So that means the county is not allowed to issue new rent vouchers or consider new applications. Last year, you might remember this, we saw hundreds of people waiting in line in Hialeah to apply. The federal government provides funding for Section 8. It ordered Miami-Dade to freeze this program after identifying a $45 million shortfall. Right now, there's a wait list of nearly 5,000 people. This is the first freeze of its kind in about 8 years in Miami-Dade.
As people leave the program, we cannot issue that new voucher. So in essence, we've got the car, but we don't have the fuel to drive it. So we'll still hold those vouchers. We just can't fuel it until we receive the appropriate funding.
Now, the freeze does not impact residents who are currently enrolled in the Section 8 program.
This was so important to do for self and not be dependent upon anybody, even the government, for your housing, for your daily bread, because you have a situation here now where they're not allocating the proper funding, and now there's a freeze. So anyone that's on the wait list, you could have been on the wait list 6 months, a year, 2 years. Who knows how long that this freeze is going to go on, and now you have people without housing.
Back off the Section 8 voucher video. Also, getting a voucher is very difficult because the bitches on it never get off of it. They have a lot of programs implemented in place on Section 8 for you to buy houses, escrow accounts, etc. But because we have the feast of the famine, you have so many people that are so used to traumatic situations that they never want to improve their life. They watch the mother be on Section 8, the father, the uncles, the aunts, the whole family, and they have no goal beyond Section 8. And that's why the vouchers aren't freeing up, really. I know people who won't work extra hours because their rent's going to go up. Like, that's wild to me.
Absolutely facts, and she's spot on. Again, a lot of times these type of programs really make people dependent. They make them lazy, and they just want to mooch and find ways to finesse off the system. They don't want to better their lives. That's why we actually need these term limits, especially for people that are able-bodied adults who are able to go out and work. You should not be able to be on Section 8 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I literally did a video where you had a woman who was telling her son, who lived in they lived in the same household, and she was receiving Section 8. She did not want this young man to get a job because that income could be counted against her and she could lose her Section 8. She was literally telling her son to stay broke, stay impoverished when he wanted to go out and work and try to better himself. This is a very, very, very dangerous mindset a lot of people have that are receiving these handouts, especially when they've been receiving them for decades and decades and decades. Again, in the end, it truly affects the children, because a lot of times the parents poison their kids into thinking that this type of behavior is normal.
Portland, Oregon's Section 8 voucher program is open. The waiting list, this is the voucher. This is the one I have. I can move to any state, anywhere in the United States and use my voucher. This is not the one where you have to live in their apartments or certain like apartment buildings. Not that Section 8, not Section 8 apartments. This is the voucher. I have the voucher. I can go anywhere, apartments, houses.
We just got to pause it right here. She's really talking about this voucher like it's some type of Willy Wonka golden ticket. Like I can take my Section 8 voucher anywhere. I can move to any place in America. I mean, this is the mindset. And again, in the next clip, I'm going to show you how dangerous this mindset is, not only for the parents, but it truly affects the children.
Mobile home parks. I can go anywhere in any state with my Section 8. And Portland, Oregon's Home Forward housing voucher waitlist is open for the first time in 2 years. Get on the list. Get on the list, even if you're not in Portland, Oregon, but you need housing. If you're disabled, if you're autistic and you need housing, get on the waiting list. I was on my waiting list for 2 years. When did I get my housing? Like almost 20 years ago, 1996. I got my housing.
This woman has been on government assistance. She's been on government assistance since 96. I want us to really think about this. 1996. It is now 2025. She's been on government assistance for over that's 29 years. Just like the young lady mentioned in the previous clip, these people get these vouchers and they don't get off of them. They don't try to improve their life. They don't try to get more skills or a trade so they can move off of these Section 8 vouchers. No, they stay on it. She's literally been on this decade. She's literally been on this voucher for 3 decades. And in this next clip, we're going to see how this type of mindset is very detrimental. Let's pause right here. It says 50 and no contact with a son who's 36, a daughter who's 25. They both live in other states, and I got no grandkids. She is literally in, I guess this is her Section 8 house right here, in a makeshift pool with some type of homemade tarp she didn't thrown up, and she thinks this is cute. This is what our tax dollars are paying for. Able-bodied, could be at work, but she's in some type of murky homemade kiddie pool twerking. 30 years on Section 8. People want to argue me. And when it comes to these term limits, no way that this woman should be have been on Section 8 for 30 years. And you're surprised that her kids want to have nothing to do with her. And as we can see in this video and in the previous clip, the type of mindset that she has. So again, shout out to those kids for getting as far away as they can from this woman, because I'm sure she's done caused a lot of trauma and caused them a lot of pain throughout their life.
Hey, how you doing? Okay, real quick. I gotta fix my camera real quick. Okay, it ain't gonna fix. Real quick. You got a voucher? Go get a house. You go get a house. You got a voucher? Go get a house. I have a voucher. I do. I've had a voucher for a year now. A Section 8 voucher. Yeah. I work in a hospital. Okay. I have one child. Full benefits. Everything is going good. Why do I have a voucher, you may ask? Bitch, because I can't afford the fucking rent out here in Atlanta. How did I get the voucher, you may ask? Bitch, it was given to me. It was given to me.
Let's pause right there. If anybody can clarify for me in the comments below, did they just give out vouchers without you having to apply? Or is it, some type of is it a special program? They just pop up at your house and say, hey, you got a voucher today? Let me know in the comments below.
I did not apply for it. I did it. But I'm not finna stay on my voucher. I'm not gonna be 35 plus living off a voucher in an apartment. It's not happening. And no shade, no tea to the folks who's doing it. But I'm telling you right now, with everything that's going on, go ahead and start the process to get you a house with your voucher. Okay? Because in the next 24 months, shit plumb. That's gonna be me. I'm not playing. I've been down in the gutter. I've been on my back. Yes, indeed. And at first, I hated the thought of having a Section 8 voucher. But let me tell you something. When God places you in a situation, you gotta go ahead and, yeah. And that's what he's doing for me.
We gotta stop invoking God's name in this type of foolishness, man. This has nothing to do with God and everything to do with poor decision making. Okay, God didn't want you to be on Section 8. It was your poor decision making that led you to having to go out and get assistance from the government. So can we just? I just hate when people do that.
So, once again, you have a Section 8 voucher. I don't care if you this color, that color, this color, or that color. Go ahead and look up the programs before they're gone to get you a house with your voucher. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.
One thing I will say, when it comes to these Section 8 programs, people know the ins and outs. They know every finesse, every way to get over it, but they won't take that same time and energy to elevate their life, get a skill, get a trade so they can get a better paying career, so they won't have to worry about vouchers and how they transfer from state to state and trying to use a voucher to get a house. You wouldn't need any of these things if you just put the same time, energy, and effort and try to make better decisions with who you choose to have children with or waiting to have children. Then you won't put yourself in these type of predicaments where you have to depend upon someone else. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.